my presentation doesn't slow you down, but let's see how much I can help you. Good. So the fact that we have some teachers in the room, well, at least 1, 2, that means that I can feel free to do my presentation how I like to present, which is I like to use scenarios and examples instead of just go through the section this said that and section that said that, which I don't think you need for the purpose of the session. All right, so we're talking about the making of a will, but I'll speak briefly on estate management overall, because many times persons focus on the will, and by the time you're dead, nothing left. Right? So I'm just going to talk briefly about things that you can use to secure your estate while you're living, and then we'll focus most of the session on the making of the will. All right, so anything that you see here, anything that I said to you, it is not to be treated as legal advice. Good? Not legal advice. So you cannot carry me to court later and say, boy, Mr. Chin, they advised me wrong. And no, right? Because we're having a discussion, and the discussion may go into an area, and you may leave the discussion hearing something where Brother Mullins said and things I made it say it, during the discussion, right? And then you go quote me wrongfully. So anything that is said here should not be treated as legal advice. And if you want legal advice, you will have to speak to an attorney. All right? Amen? Amen. Good. Thank you. All right. So we're going to briefly look at some legislations. I won't quote any of them. I won't quote anything from them. But just to know that the presentation is grounded in Jamaican laws, the Probate of Deeds Act, the Will Act, Status of Children Act, Inheritance Provision for Family and Dependents Act, the Intestate, Estate and Property Charges Act, Administrator General Act of 2015. Good? So, right. So we're going to talk about instruments in estate management. What is a will? What makes up the will? What should you consider when you're making a will? How should a will be structured? And how can you gift things in the will? And what is likely to make your gift fail? When we talk about lapse, it is when you try to give somebody something, but the way you write it fails because you never write it properly. Good? So we are going to talk about gifts and what can cause the gift to lapse. And I have a sample will there that we will look at. Right? So as you progress through life, you may gather some assets and some liabilities too. But let us talk about your assets. So you may gather some assets that you want to give to a particular set of people, and you might end up even in a situation where you are so incapacitated that you have a will that you say you're going to leave something for somebody, but you get so sick that all your savings and everything disappear before it reach to who you want to give it to. Right? So we'll talk about the estate planning. So your estate, right? When we talk about estate, based on everything that I've said a while ago, when we talk about your estate, what do you think we're talking about? Anybody? Yes. All of your assets. Good. So somebody said land. Right. House and land. House and land are all of your assets. All right. So it's all of your assets to include house and land or whatever. So, right. So that blue section, it says all the property and property rights that a person owns is your estate. Good? So who needs estate planning? Who needs it? Me? You? Everybody? Everybody? As long as you have an estate, you need to plan for your estate. Good. So if you don't have anything, you don't have to plan for that. Right. So if you don't have an estate, that means that you don't need to plan. But you know that well, let me not turn ahead of myself. Yeah. But sometimes we have some things that we want to control, even if we don't have assets. We want control. We want to bury beside my husband or my wife up so. Right? I want to bury beside our grandma. Good? So these are things that you need to write down somewhere. Right? All right. So everyone who has assets need estate planning. If you have children, minor children, and we're talking about those who are under 18, for now, Jamaican law is under 18. If you have health issues, or if you have preference in terms of funeral, burial, etc., cremation, all those things, then you need to do planning. Okay. Right. So if you don't have a plan for your estate, what do you think could happen? And I like to call on the people at the back, you know. Yeah, I know that the bright people always sit at the back. That's what I know from my years of doing this thing. Yes. Yes. Tell me, what could happen if you don't have a plan for your estate?
It becomes a free-for-all and anybody takes anything and there is war and quarrel.
War and quarrel. All right, good. Bangarang. All right, good. Right, and we don't want a bangarang in the church, right? Good. So if you don't plan for your estate, that means that poorly titled asset may go to the wrong person, right? Right. You know, it's so easy to go to government, you know, as people think. But what we use and scare people most of the time is that you're going to lose it if your government are going to take it. Government not really. If you follow what is happening in Jamaica with land, right? Government want you to have your title. Government don't want to take over your land. Government have no interest in your land, right? Government want you to have title for your land. That's why they're going through and I try to make you get title for your property, right? So government don't want it. So just make sure that your wicked people where you never want to get it, not get it, right? So much of your wealth could be lost in the cost of transfers and all them stuff. Because if you do it while you're alive, it is cheaper. And you have this delay in the distribution of the assets because people quarrel over it and all sort of something. You file it before the court, people file objection and all sort of something. So it dead until somebody live in it and take it over, and by the time you reach it, run down to such a point where it makes no sense. You may have children and the guardianship of the children just fall to anybody. If you don't write down that, listen, I am leaving this person as a guardian for my minor child. Good? So all these things you need to account for when you're planning. So we're going to go through a list which is not exhaustive, some things that you need to consider when looking at your entire estate, right? Your entire estate. So you need to look at, of course, we're going to talk about will today. A power of attorney. I advise you all, in addition to a will, get a power of attorney, because the power of attorney acts if you driving on the, anybody here don't travel on the road where the other mad people them are driving up and down? Right. Well, I travel on the road. And at any time, especially when I drive in Kingston, I tell people, I live in Spanish Town, and I work at Tower Isles. I used to work at Hope Road, and it is quicker and easier for me to reach Tower Isles in St. Mary than it take me to reach Hope Road in town. Eh? I went to a meeting on Monday, and I tell you, it was one of the hardest drives. Because I'm there driving and taxi man and cut cross in front and all sorts of madness happening on the road. Right? So a power of attorney now, you can appoint somebody to say if I meet in a collision and I manage to live, but I cannot manage my affairs, then you can sign any document to access my bank account and do anything, right? Obviously, you have to think hard about who this person is, but if you don't do it, you might end up sick and don't have any money to treat you while you're alive, because nobody can access your money. But you have a nice will. Yeah? You have a nice will, but you're alive. You understand? Yeah, you understand? So in addition to the will, think about the power of attorney if you actually live and cannot manage your affairs, right? There is what is known as giving a gift while you're alive, an inter vivus gift. So you know you want to give your property to that person, you transfer it while you're alive. Just give them while you're alive. No matter go through the whole process and the cost of all of that, right? So you know that you cannot manage. You reach an age where you know, say, you're going to give it to your grandchild, you're going to give it to your son. And you know, say, you're not take out no mortgage on it again, because you're not take out no mortgage. You're sure. As a matter of fact, the bank not even going to entertain you. You understand? The bank not entertain you. So might as well you say, all right, nobody make them fight you over it, grandson. Take it from now. You know, you give them, transfer it from now. Get rid of all of that problem. Good? You can also do a settlement where you transfer it to, you have minor children and you want to give it to Sister Mullins for the benefit of your minor children. So by the time they reach 18, it have to transfer to them. But they are too young for you to transfer to them now. So you create a settlement. Right? They normally call it trust. Right? So you create a trust. Good? You have beneficiaries, credit union, whatever. Make sure that their nominees, well, we're talking to church people, but normally when I talk generally, forgive me, but if you have somebody on as a beneficiary on your credit union account and your bank account and all those things, and your lifestyle change, or you move on in a relationship, make sure so you got check back to see who are the nominees on those things, right? Because you might forget about it until it's too late, right? So make sure that you check your nominees on those life insurance policies and your credit union accounts and all that. Pension schemes are useful. Critical illness policies. I went to a session a couple weeks ago, and I was shocked to hear the Ministry of Health saying that the majority of deaths in Jamaica is caused by what? No? Non-communicable diseases. NCDs. Yes. More than accident, more than violence, non-communicable diseases. Right? Repeat. It was always but I never know. But because that's so quiet, when I hear about them something, You understand? We don't hear about it. So here it is that you could be living a long life and you have a critical illness, but you do have a critical illness coverage that can help you to offset some of those expenses. So what you end up have to do is dip into your estate to pay for your critical illness. Right? So consider these things when you progress. Good. So we're moving on to wills, which is what I come here to talk about today. Yes. Yes. No. A power of attorney dies when you die. Oh, that's all. You want me to simplify that? Okay. Yeah.
But it does not expire while if you're sick or if you are at
It is activated when you are sick. Because you would write the power of attorney in a way that you say, this is the power of attorney in case I am incapacitated. So unless you are incapacitated, the power of attorney is null, have no effect. Right? And the moment you die, the power of attorney now no use. Right?
and a power of attorney, what about the expiry date? Is it up to the person who is writing the power?
Yes, you can. So you either write your power of attorney to expire. Say you're going abroad. Because the only way I'd write a power of attorney that expires is if I'm going to US to spend 5 years. And I want somebody to manage my estate for the 5 years. I write a power of attorney to say, well, for the next 5 years, for X time to Y time, I authorize John Brown to manage my estate. Good? When that 5 years done, your authority done. Hold on, a will and will? If it's not about will. All right, let me hear the question. Last question, and then we'll move on. Yes. I realize, yes.
Supposing for the 5 years while you're in this,
Yes.
year 4 you die, what happens?
It died the day you die. So if you write a power of attorney for 5 years, and you jump on a plane today, and within 2 days you're dead, the power of attorney dead 2 days. Right. The power of attorney. It may be a short question, but it's a long answer may have. That is the problem. Yes. This is the last dege question. Good. On power of attorney. Yes.
Because you mentioned it, why I'm going to ask you to expound a little bit on the settlement or trust. Because I've been asking, the last sessions we had, I was asking, how do you set up this trust in Jamaica?
All right, I'm not going to answer the question because that is a whole session by itself. Right? That take too much time. Right? That take too much time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Because they are saying that that is the key to helping a lot of people to have this trust instead of
No. I listen. Let me tell you something about trust. The AG don't recognize the trust. So you might have a trust. If you work for government, especially, nobody ever think about trust. Because AG in a business about that. A will AG wants it. Good? Nobody ever mention trust. Good? So we move on. Right, I'm not about to look partner again. Good. Let me look up there. Good. So I know this would have happened to the senior members of the church. So I'm going to talk about a new convert. Good? So I have a new convert just join your congregation called No Will. Good? So, but he died without a will. And he's survived by some people. Good? So he's survived by his parents, who are Jack and Jill. And he has a 2025 Mercedes Benz that he wants them to get. And tell them, so listen, when I'm dead, the Benz are yours. Nice, not true? Good. Yeah, good. He was married, not divorced, married, and Apple, who is his estranged wife, is living with another man in a relationship for over 8 years. She and the man there. Good? During the marriage, he had 2 children, Ginger and Pepper, and both of them are adults now, eh? Right. So, number 4, so he's now living with, you have to take them as they are. You have to take them. Good? That's how you go. Right, good. So you take him because, he say he wants to serve God now and whatever. So you just take him. It's unfortunate saying that before he fix up himself. Good? But Sugar is Noel's sweetheart with whom he has been living in a sexual relationship for the last 6 years. Pierre, who is age 4, is the child of Noel and Sugar. And he wants Sugar and Pierre to get all of the rest of the estate except the Benz where I'm giving to his parents. Good. Right. So, where we go now? Right. So let us start with Jack and Jill. Then can I take the Benz, right? I'm good. Right? Then can I take the Benz? What do you mean by no? What do you mean? What you say? There's no written document?
No, to say that they can get it.
But he said they can't get it. But I don't understand what is happening here. So wait. So you going to stay in this church and making parents losing the bet? No. I don't understand what's happening in this church. Eh? What do you mean by you can't do nothing about it? All right, let us see. All right, so what about Apple now? Apple have anything to get? Apple have everything to get? Let's skip Apple for now then. Since you don't say Apple nice. Good? Eh? No. Apple nice. All right. Let us see. Ginger and Pepper. How then stay? Dog and supper. Nothing forget. So the fact say he never want to give them nothing that good. So he never intended to give Ginger and Pepper anything. So Ginger and Pepper not getting anything. So that one good, right? So say us all, that one good. You're not sure? So you want to give her the Benz. You don't want to give the Benz to him one. But you just want to give Ginger and Pepper things out of the estate, so? Eh? All right. Sugar now. Sugar. Eh? Sugar, salt, eh? Nothing for sugar. You know, so now unreasonable Christian people, though. Eh? Nothing for sugar. 6 years. 6 years worth of work and nothing. All right. What about Pierre? Pierre the son, the 4-year-old. Pierre can't get a thing. He can't get a thing. Will he get a thing? So Sugar may get something from Pierre share. If the wife says yes. If the wife says yes. All right. Boy, all are contentious, see? I did something we are talking about now, we are trying to avoid, you know. Big investigation of a launch, you know. You need one liar. Boy, I tell you. All right. So Apple hire you. Apple come to you, church sister, and say, listen, I'm still married to this man, you know. I think so everything off for me. Apple right. So that I gotta tell Apple, yeah man, you're right, sister. So give something to Pear. So between Apple and Pear can get something. But ginger and pepper now get nothing.
Them are big people.
And sugar now get nothing. Jack and Jill now get nothing. Jack and Jill gone up the hill. But, alright. So, alright. Even though it sounds very contentious and it sound like, yeah, no, in spite of what Brother Noel wanted. Yeah, in spite of what Brother Noel wanted, the fact that he had no will is the government going to decide how it's share. Good? And it's not how the government feels that it's going to share, but it's according to a formula. There's a formula right down to say how it will share. Good? So what is the formula? So the formula is, who's the wife? What if he was not married to Apple? What if he divorced Apple? Eh? What if he divorced Apple 4 years ago? What if he divorced Apple 4 years ago?
Gonna reach 5 years. So she not get nothing.
So he have a divorce and 6 years in that relationship. 6 unto 30 years. Good. All right, good. So, so common law, and if she met, suppose Sugar met that 5 years, can she now automatically just go and say, may I apply for the estate? Can she do that? Just go to the court and say, I want, when I forget? With evidence. Right. All right. So the first thing Sugar have to prove is the common law relationship. So she first have to get something from the court to say she is the spouse. Because she never knows it. Pumpkin round there, so. Did they with the man too. For 5 years too. Eh? So two of them are going to apply for spousal. So Pumpkin are going to say me as the spouse. Sugar are going to say me as the spouse. Eh? Eh? Yeah? Eh? Oh, you know, I remember that point over there, so I said, Pumpkin, eh, boy. I tell you. Right. So, right. So this is how the estate. So the parents get 0 based on the scenario, right? 0. As long as he has children. As long as you have children, parents get 0. Good? Yes. Good. Eh? Yeah, man, the formula. These are the government formula. If you want it, go another way, you write a will. But if you leave it to government, this is what government says. 0. This is what the law says. Right? Kids? Make we start with the spouse, no? You know, the spouse up on the screen. You want one bigger screen, you know? Yeah, they say you can't see the screen up there, so. One bigger TV, right? Right. Eh? The spouse. So we agree that it's Apple is the spouse and not Sugar, right? Good. So Apple is the spouse and Apple get 50% of the estate. Right? The reason why Apple get 50% is because he has more than one child. If he had one child, Apple would get 66% of the estate. Yes. 66, 2/3 of the estate, and 1/3 go to the child, if it was one child. If it is one child, 1/3 go to the child, 2/3 go to the spouse. Government decide that. Good? That in the law. Not the girlfriend. The wife, well, left him and there with the man. Yeah, the wife, where. Because they're not divorced, yeah. So it go. Yes. All right. So this is it now. Our law, yes. Our law. Right. The Intestate Estate Act. Good. So all the children, all of them, regardless of age, get equal share of the other 50%. Eh? This is fair. So you don't need no will then. Oh, you mean then if government has shared up fair, then you left it? Eh? Eh? The issue is that sugar will carry you to court and all sorts of people are going to say, me forget peace and me forget peace. Right? When you left it like that, you don't know. Right? You don't know who may show up. I said, boy, I'm here to spouse. 10 years with it. Right? And I produce baby. Right. Yeah, the exhibit. See it here? Right? Right. So we're going to talk about to prevent the government from making these decisions for you. You can make the decision yourself by making a will. Dispose of your assets by a will. Hold on, I can't hear you so good. Yes.
What if the woman is pregnant?
Yes, it includes the baby in the womb. So if she's pregnant as well, it would now become 4 children. If you have a baby in the womb, that is counted as well. Yeah. So if it's twin, each of them get a share. So if you have triplet in the womb, it's better for you. Eh? Yes. Yes. But remember, that the wife where you never divorced yet, fear 50% luck. That luck. Them will put pitney there. And the other 50%, them are cut up. Not the wife 50. The wife 50 luck. Right? Good. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Suppose the children who are lying question it and say,
Yeah, man, that's they know that way I say. That's why we say this thing I will drag out in a court. Yeah. If you go prove DNA and all sort of something. You understand? And Wally Pitney and show up, say, me forget one piece. Especially if that 50%, you see, probably over 50% now count for much, But if you have one estate like all one Bob Marley estate, the 50% nothing, Wally, you understand? Your little estate, 50%, nobody not fight over your little 50%. You know?
the money share if children turn up.
After the property share up. Yeah. Them have to go file claim before the court and try and sue it. No, man, they may be too late. They may be too late. Depends on if everything complete. Yes.
Does the same thing applies if Apple did not contribute to the real estate because maybe no will had all these assets before the marriage?
That no matter at this stage. At this stage it don't matter because in dead and gone. Oh, the song go? May you not sing one song? Yeah, not left no will. Right? That's too late now. Oh, the dead man are going to tell the story there. No, man. Apple are going to say, listen, me and him work and buy that. Yes. Eh? Who for stepchild? Hold on. So the wife have a child that is not no will child. They're not no status. They're not no status. They're not no status. Yeah. Yeah. If he wanted to make provision for that stepchild, it have to write down. Right?
Before the marriage.
Right. Stepchild before, during, and the ones during either. Worse no cover. Eh? Yes.
So, Steve,
Hey, yes, it's on ginger tea.
Mr. Steve,
Yes.
You are the wife. You have two adult children, they pass
Yes.
the age of 18. But Mr. No will go out a road, go get other children.
Yes.
And then now my children that I have with Mr. No will not get nothing. And,
No, they might get something. They share.
oh, I thought because you said they pass
man,
18.
No, man, equal share.
Equal
They
share.
get equal share.
Oh,
Any
because...
amount of children it divide up by
Oh,
them. Yeah.
because me want fall down. Because me want to say, if the wife is there and she have the children, and Mr. No will
Adult
go...
children, you know?
Yes,
Okay.
adult children.
Adult children.
That's
yes.
what I said.
Yes,
If
yes.
it's adult children, they still gonna get something.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
Yes, yes,
all
yes.
right.
You understand?
I have a burning. It's a burning question.
Yes,
right?
yes.
I met Noel, right?
Yes.
And
Hold on. Somebody no will. Yes. Hold on. Go ahead. Yes.
All right. He already has his asset.
Yes.
We decide to get married.
Yes.
But before we get married, I will have to sign a prenup.
Oh, because you have holy pass.
The prenup says if we separate before Noel died, I am entitled to nothing. Now Noel died and we're still together, still married.
All right. So, all right. A prenup is really in consideration of divorce, not death.
Right?
A prenup is an arrangement if we divorce, not if we're dead.
Okay?
Right. Right?
Yes. So in other words, like how he died, we are still together, not divorced.
The prenup not enough value at
It
that
not
juncture.
value?
No, because you're not divorced. Because it not nothing for prenup have to do with divorce.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So even though I did sign that prenup, it has nothing to do.
No, when
because
you're
we're
dead.
not
No,
divorced.
man, when you're dead.
We're not dead, you're dead.
Yeah, the will we look for. We not look for no
Will
prenup.
that- oh. So what if the will, what if a will was not made?
Then the government formula comes in.
No. Oh.
Prenup,
prenup
prenup,
comes
nah,
that's
no,
all.
yeah,
Okay.
prenup, nah, nothing to do with that. Right?
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Second, before you go no further.
Yes.
And it goes through the.
Hold on. And it get more complicated, You see, if Pepper have children and Pepper dead before no will, Pepper children are now entitled to a part of the estate. Pepper children entitled to Pepper share. Pepper is one of the adult children.
Right.
Right. Right? Remember Pepper and Ginger, the one them were them they're the adult children. So the grandchildren now entitled to a part of the estate if the child die before the testator. So it starts get more complex as you go down in it, right? Yes. Sorry, go ahead.
So all right. The will was not made.
Yes.
But it went through the court, and he has big kids, and they sign off and said, okay, the home that you live in as a matrimonial home, it belongs to you. They sign off to that, And the other property, it is shared between the three of us, as the two kids and the wife. But because the attorney of law, they signed, but they did not put a stamp to it, does that cause a problem?
All right. Let me try and simplify it. If nobody complain about anything, you can't do anything. That is as simple as it is. However, if one person not happy, without them think the estate are going to share, problem. All right. You're supposed to wrap up the estate within a year of the death. Yes. If you don't start the process within a year, you have to file what is known as an affidavit of of delay. And you have to tell lie if you say why you never apply in the year. And I know you nice, decent Christian people don't want to tell a lie. Good? Because you have to say, boy, you never know. And you can't say you don't know again and I come tell you. Good? You can't go say you never know. Because you know now. Good? That within a year of the death, you're supposed to apply for letters of administration or probate. Right? So if it's a will, you apply for probate. If there's no will, you apply for letters of administration. Right? Good. So, good. All right. So we're ready to talk about will now. Boy, how much, we got about hour already. I'm going to start talking about will yet. And I will come here to talk about. Right? Boy, I tell you. All right. So what is a will? Instruction on how you want your property share. Simple put. Yeah, want something you write down for say who and who forget what. Right? Good. So a will is a declaration complying with statutory requirement. And statutory requirement means that the Jamaican law of your intention of what? Your intention concerning how you want your assets to be divided after you're dead. Good? So the person making the will, if he's a male, is known as the, you can see, testator, and if it's a female, it is the testatrix. Good? So them there are just some terms where you might see and you might wonder, what them something? Right. So question, can you have more than one will? So you go foreign and you buy one house, you know you work pan, you go foreign go work and you buy one house when you're there foreign and you send out some money and you buy a piece of property in Jamaica. Can you have more than one will? Can you have more than one will? Who say yes, put up your hand. Who say yes, you can have more than one will, put up your hand. You can have more than one. Hold on, can you have more than one will? What you say? So you can have two? The last one come? So if you, so if you revoke the will, do you still have two will? If you say, me have a will and I revoke it, right? Can you have two wills which are lawful at the same time? Why? You say yes.
Because if you have two properties,
Right.
you can have two wills.
Two property. Example of what? Like you have one property at Manchester and you have one property at Clarendon.
So we have a will for that.
I have one will for Clarendon and one will for Manchester. All right. Yes. One at US and one at Jamaica. So you have two will? One will? Wherever it is. What you say? All right. So if you have one will now, because you're young, and you have some whole heap of property, and you write them down and you say, I do that and that and that. And 5 years down the line, you buy one next house. How you go? You have to dash for the old will there, write a new will? Hold on, you can get one piece of pen and write in, say me at this. You can get one piece of paper and say, in addition to the other things when the family will, may have this new house when we just buy. I want it add to the will. You can't do that? Eh? You can't make changes. You can't amend your will. Right. Hold on. I mean, so you can just, you can write, you can cross out something and write. Yes. Hold on. Yes.
Writing a will. Don't you have to have a witness to that will? So,
We talk about witnesses, but generally, yes.
yes. So I am saying you can't just scribble in something and
But you can
nobody's.
So you can call it witnesses and do it. Scribble it.
I am not sure.
Alright. Okay, right. So you can have many different written documents accounting for different part of your estate. Right? You can legally. But they are taken collectively to be called one will. Good? So the main document, good? The proper first one what you do before you do all of the other things, that is your main document. And then that is known as now your will, and the others are called codicil. Codicil. Right? Right. Something like that, right? Alright. So there it is. So a will may be contained in more than one instrument. Right? So you don't need to do over the entire will. Because some of you have big will where you have 300 page amount of asset where you have. 300 page, yeah. And instead of go back and change your 300 page will, and it's only 3 new property you buy now. Good? You just write one codicil to add those 3 new properties to the 300 page document that you have. Right? But you must refer to the will to say, in addition to the items mentioned in the main will, these things are part of my estate. Right? So you have to do over the entire will. Good? Alright? So you only have one will, which is all of the paper wherever they are collectively is one will. Yes.
The will must be endorsed by whom?
We get in there. Right? We get in there. Right? I wouldn't leave you without telling you. Even if we have to leave here at midnight. Not leaving here without telling you. Right? Good. So the question is, what makes the will legal? Right? So, when we say make it legal? Right. So to maximize the likelihood that your wishes are carried out, you want a will that sets forth in writing that is signed by you and your witnesses. Right? No, the lawyer don't sign with. Lawyer JP not sign with. JP not nothing to do with will, lawyer not nothing to do with will. Right? Good. So if your will does not meet the formalities, then your instructions may fail if you don't follow the formalities. Yes. Question?
I had something like that done before, and I had to have it done with a lawyer.
You had to?
Yeah.
No, you chose.
Well, I know I say I had to because that's what I know.
Yeah. It's a choice, right? It was your choice. But the lawyer would not sign as a witness, though. So even though they draft the document, they wouldn't sign as a witness. Yeah, he would draft the documents, right? Right. Yes. So the lawyer draft the documents, but the signing part we're talking, right? So, thank you. Let me rephrase what I said there, because probably. So you don't need a lawyer to sign your will, and you don't need a JP to sign your will. Good? Any ordinary person can sign the will, right? The witnesses. Any ordinary person. Alright, so why? Conflict of interest. Thank you very much. Prior to they can, because the Administrator General Act says you can, but you have to go right, you have to apply to get it. And if anybody starts squeal, it may tie up your will in litigation. Right? But you can. Our Jamaican law permits it, but it is not recommended. Right? So find somebody where you're not planning to get up to be a witness, right? Good.
So if you need assistance, a lawyer will draft it for you.
Right. They can't sign it. The lawyer can't sign it. I don't know what for money. You know how much for renewing my license a year time? Eh? What? Because your estate so big. You see, if your estate is small, it would have cost you so much. Right?
Sir,
Yeah. Actually, your estate big, man.
what about a will form?
Yeah. Eh?
What about a
We're going to talk about the will form.
Okay,
We're going to talk
because
about it. I have it on one of the slides. And we're going to talk about it, right? Right, good. So in order for a will to be proper, you need 5 things. 1, the execution. 2, the testator must have mental capacity to make the will. 3, they must have knowledge of what is in the will. Even if they're blind, they must know what is in the will. And they must approve what is in the will. And it must not be by any force, fear, or fraud. Now, if any of these things come in question, the will and the estate are going to tie up in a court. Right? So that answer your question, William? What was your question again? So you get the question and answer yet? Alright, the answer, good. Alright. So why do you need a will? And we answered that about 20 times already, right? So when you do a will, it gives you sole discretion over the distribution of your asset. You decide who gets what in your estate. You can provide for your children. You can give directions on funeral. You can minimize tension between the survivors. You can, if you have a cat where you love, so I have dog where you love and you want to make sure so the dog is cared for. You can write the dog in your will and say the dog must be cared for and go a vet when they need to go a vet and get in shots when they forget. You know? Yes. Bruno have to be taken care of. Good. Yes. Yes. And I know. I never knew before I became a lawyer that I saw people love their animal. And since I become a lawyer, I realize that people at Jamaica love their animal. Yeah, problem. Even more than them pitney sometimes. Yeah. Some of them nobody have no pitney either. They just have pet. Yeah? Good. So making a will is a necessary and usually simple process. Unless you have a big estate. Unless you have a big estate, the will is a simple process. Good? And can save a whole heap of time, money, and grief, and they give you peace of mind when you know that, yes, who may want to get the house, I go get the house. Right? Good. So what is not covered in the will? Remember earlier when we're talking about estate planning, I tell you something where you need to be looking at. So what is not covered in the will? What do you mean by the house? Eh? You can't write a will if you have joint tenant property. Good? So if you have one property or one bank account where jointly hold or held, you cannot put that in your will. Because that have a right to survivorship. Who live the longest own it. Yeah? Yeah, who live the longest own it. That's how joint tenancy go. Right. Yeah. So if you want to own it, you have to live long. Eh? If it not write down, say I don't want to own it jointly, you don't own it jointly. You could have married a little more. Right? Good. So all your accounts and all your property that are joint, and you know that there's a difference between joint tenancy and tenancy common, right? So you and your wife can own the property together. But your wife owns 50% and you own 50%. And your 50% don't go to your wife automatically. Your wife can write and will that 50% to anybody. If it's tenant in common. But if it's joint tenant, she can't do that. Right? Good. And that can be any formula. If you know, say, well, look at what this man you take up. But you know, man short, so you know. Man short, right? So you know, so the husband will pick up. Now really pull no weight like or whatever. And you know, you actually have to scrape at the bottom of the barrel, but you have to try. Yeah, you have to try with it because you want to live a nice Christian life. Good? So, you know, but I do it 50-50. You can say, listen, 90 for me, 10 for you. Yes. What? You know, 90 for me, 10 for you. When I leave you out in the cold, the 10% for you, 90 for me. Right? If what? Tenant in common. So instead of joint tenant, you can have tenant in common in any share. So now for me 50-50. So tenant in common can be 99 to 1. Any share. Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's if the husband, because automatically that 50 would go to him.
Automatically when?
No, what I'm saying, if one of them died, one died before.
Hold on, if you have a title, and it is written on the title, what is written on the title you're talking about now?
Like you said joint tenancy. That means
no, joint tenancy automatic. Everything goes to the longest liver.
Yes, the longest liver.
Right.
Yes. But what I'm saying,
right.
I'm just thinking, although it goes to the longest liver, but you have children, and then because because he dies,
right,
he never married again, and your children that the both of you have don't get nothing.
It's a pity, but I just saw it.
Mama
it's a pity.
Mama Shama.
It's a pity.
Because you.
That's why there's a thing in law. There's a thing in law known as a severance of joint tenancy.
Yes,
so even though when you got married and life was nice and you was the sweetest heart that you could ever find, but then I start wonder and I start of something and the money start go elsewhere, then you can sever the joint tenancy. Huh? You just go to the court.
Oh, you can
you go to the court and you ask for the joint tenancy to be severed. Right? What? No, when it's severed, 50-50 now. So you own half and him own half. When it's severed. When you sever the joint tenancy, you go 50-50. It's undivided. So if you can't decide that, then the court, you have to sell it and split the money. Right, because it's an undivided share of undivided half. So you know, no description of your half. I had a neighbor who was quarreling about, boy, half of the house of mine, and it wasn't an upstairs house. So the brother said, most upstairs are yours. Yeah, man, and most the upstairs are yours. Yeah, not this. So I must they half there for you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm a bit worried.
Yes.
About, because if one of them dies and they both have children, you know.
Yes.
But because of what you put in, the other half goes to him automatically. And then the two of them had children in there.
Yes.
But because of that, the same husband, I don't know if the mother would have done that, but the husband put out the children and it's his.
Yes.
And remarried again. And the wife come in and fear her children she have outside, them have more benefit. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be thinking what is best for, because I told
for
you
your
children. For your children.
Right.
Because they can change and your child is out.
Right. So
especially if they don't reach the age.
So as I said, if you find yourself that you have joint tenancy and you realize that problems may come. No, but if you don't realize, then you don't rest in peace, man. Just rest in peace, man. Nobody worry about it. No, man, when you ever fret about something when it happens. No, but you can't do nothing about it.
I am gone, but
just rest in peace, man. Just wait on the rapture. Oh, just wait. Just wait. Oh, hey, just wait. Just relax. Yeah, just relax. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. When you're dead and gone. You know, and a half if it's joint tenancy.
Oh, so that's what I said.
So you have to sever the joint tenancy first. Right. Exactly. So if you have doubts, you have to sever the joint tenancy and then you'll give your half in the will. Right? Good. So, boy. You know, I don't think we have ever done this presentation tonight. I don't think so. It don't look promising at all. Don't look promising. Right. So proceeds from life insurance don't go to the will. Because you have a nominee, retirement assets, the assets owned jointly don't go to the will. Investment account that are designated as transfer on death, those don't go to the will. So you can't put those in your will. So you must know what is in your estate. Because it don't make no sense you do a will. You're right, it's a long will. Boy, the property when we own around there, so me I get to sow. And when you look at the title, that property jointly owned by you and somebody, so that now go to the will. You have one bank account where you say, all the money in my bank account I give to my son. And when you look at your daughter, you are joint owner for that account there. Eh? Yes, you understand. For the daughter, it's not so bad, not true. But it could be somebody else too. So make sure. Yes, all of those things can go to your will. All of those, your stocks, all those things go in your will. Right? Good. So anything that somebody else's name is on, nobody waste no time and put it in your will. Because that will fail. That gift will automatically fail. So yes, we said that you have the right to give anybody what you want to give, but is it, can you leave out your wife out of your will? Eh? Hold on. If you are married, hold on. No, you and your wife don't own anything jointly. Everything is in your name and your name alone. You alone. Yes. Yeah, man, it goes off sometimes for true. Yeah. Alright, let me put it the next way. Everything is in the wife's name alone. Not in the husband's name. Come better, not true. Everything is in the wife's name. Nothing solely owned by the wife alone. Right? So the wife write a will. Let me put it in a scenario. Good. Right. So make we ask you another way. Good. So we know the new convert them a give problem, right? Because we know nice seasoned Christian, them things are not happen to, right? Good. So new convert, fruitless, died, leaving a will. He have a will. He left him entire estate estate to his sweetheart, who is named Main Squeeze. Yeah? So everything where you own, Main Squeeze get everything. Good? He's not divorcing. So he have a wife and 2 children who he used to take care of while he was alive. And he don't mention nothing for them in the will. He also have an 11-year-old with a former girlfriend who is old squeeze. And he made no provision for her nor this 11-year-old child. There you go. The will supersede all of this, right? Yeah? What do you mean? Then what the purpose of the will? What? So the marriage certificate overthrow the whole will? But this is very serious. Eh? So we are right, will for? Eh? I don't understand what is happening here. Eh? I don't understand what is happening. So after you let's squeeze out me and squeeze and I won't squeeze, everybody gets squeezed out. Eh? Only the 11-year-old? The wife? Look at the second bullet. His wife and their 2 children were always dependent. He said, always send money to give them when he's alive. But they don't not feed them in the will. Too bad? Then salt? Them have something again? Them have something again? Who said? What you saying? Who said the wife in this scenario have something to get? She know in the will. The wife. Alright, let me change the scenario. Alright. Let me change the scenario. Hold on, let me ask it the next way first. Right? Hold on. What if, the second bullet, what if he has made no contributions to the wife nor the children for the last 5 years? He did not give them none. As a matter of fact, the wife has stronger earning power than him. Yeah, well nice, well off. That has nothing to do with it. She's a married woman. Alright, good. Alright, so if you never give her anything, or you might give her something, it not make a difference. That's what you said. It not make a difference. Okay, alright. Near by law. Alright, good. Alright, so there are some restrictions on your testamentary freedom. That is testamentary freedom. I talk about where you can write out your will, right? So we look at the Inheritance Provision for Family and Dependents Act. It says that any one of these 5 categories of people, the wife, the husband, the child in the womb, children under 18, right? So again, in the scenario, it depends on the age of the children. Or if the child is under 23 but still attending school, the parent, if they were maintained by the person, and former wife or husband, if maintained by the deceased and unmarried. Good? So if he was married and divorced and still a mind the wife, she can apply for something out of the estate, even if she write up. From she a wife, she can apply. As long as she a wife, She can't say, you cannot write me out of the will. Can't write me out. No, man. Even the divorced wife, if you have give her money, even if you don't have official alimony, but you have send her money, boy, you know, say, running a little hard time, and I can't pay me like this month. And I beg you, send me her money. You say, yeah, man, you know, you are a good wife at the time. Send it bank transfer. Say, oh, so, yeah, broke. Send their money. Bank transfer. Yeah, man. That wife, that ex-wife. You say, listen, every 2 months, I normally get 140,000 from him. So I have to get something out of the estate. Or me have to live when he dead. Right? The sweetheart, if she is common law wife, if she have the 5 year, if she have the 5 year relationship, she can do that, right? So you. No man, you're not sweetheart. Common law is after your divorce, right? 5 years after your divorce. No sweetheart, not there. No sweetheart, no exists when you're not divorced, right? That are just sweet stick, right? Good? No, go with that. That I just, yeah? But alright. Let me move on, you see? Right. So how do you prepare with? Alright, so business time now, business time, right? Don't get bored because we have to go through this part of it. So it's serious time now. How do you prepare with? Right? So, serious time now. Sit down there. Take a picture now. You know, phone. You know, that nice. Go see iPhone. S26. Can you use the S26 to take a picture? I leave the slides with I send the soft copy of the slides as well. So I send the soft copy of the slides. The most important slide. This is not legal advice. Good? Good. This is not legal advice. Good? Right, good. You're worried about things we're discussing. I'm worried for people. I said so something we never say no. Yeah, man, I'm worried about things saying what we never say no. I am here, so I'm say it, you know. Okay? Yeah, if they were me, you never hear. But put it up there. You cannot see. Well, the front bench empty. Front bench empty. Alright. So how do you prepare a will? So a will now is serious business. You see, when you decide to make a will, nobody rush it. Nobody rush it. Even if you go to a lawyer, you have to go do it. Everything I'm telling you to do, if you write the will yourself, and you will get a lawyer to assist you, it's the same thing. You have to go. Same thing. Right? You have to go write down all of the assets where you have. Right? All of the liabilities where you have. Every person where you owe, even one goat where somebody let you for breed with your goat. And you know, son, your goat. Write it down. Because they want to get a good breed off of your goat. Right? Remember, so it's not your goat. Write it down. Right? Right? Good. Write down your assets, write down your liabilities. Now you don't have to do what? Don't have to pay? Oh, like some debts were write off when you're dead? I don't know about them debts then. Oh, like those. Okay. Write them down. The lawyer will know what to do with it. Just write it down still. Write it down. Right. So all your valuables, wherever they are. So you have one nice painting where you buy when you go to France, what do you? Good? Yeah, man. Now you know, say value a couple thousand US. Write it down. Right? Everything where in your safety deposit box, your safe, everything, write it down. Anything we have value, write it down. Right? Identify who you want who you trust to manage your estate when you die. Right? Normally, the lawyer is one of your executors, normally. So when you do a will, the lawyer who does the will, you would normally use them as one of your executors because it makes the process easier when you're going to probate your will later. Because the lawyer know what your intentions were. Good?
Sir,
Yes.
what if the lawyer dies before you?
If the lawyer dies before you, you normally have two executors. So the other executor can act on their own. If both of them die, if they die leaving a will, the executors in their will become your executor. If your executor have an executor in their will and they die before you, their executor are now your executors. Eh? The lawyer that you hire will trace all of that for you.
Oh, sir, I have 2 questions to ask you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm speaking about my husband now. He's dead,
Right.
20 years counting. And together we bought a parcel of land
Yes.
because the person was having some problems
Yeah.
and needed the money. However, when he made his will, he gave it to his daughter. And even today, it's not looked about or anything. I don't think they're paying the taxes or anything for it. And also, where we were living, and I can say the name, in Spring Head, we were living on a family parcel of land. We had it surveyed for us.
Yes.
But then when we got our own place, he gave it back to his uncle. In his will, he bequeathed it to his daughter, because the house and the property was really belonging to us. He bequeathed it to his daughter. The daughter went without telling anybody anything and surveyed the parcel of land. That was the only time I saw my uncle-in-law come to see me, because he realized he was losing 1.5 square of land from their property. I think my husband was really a thief. He should not have done that. And no, it's true, sir. I think he was a thief. He knew all the way that it was not ours. It was just surveyed, so we could just live there. We didn't pay anything for it. And he said to me, Pat, Leng people, they love land, and they will quarrel fee, so we have to move for us, so you will have somewhere to live when we're gone. And that happened, and I am living here still. But the daughter surveyed the place without telling her uncle, and then wanted to sell it to somebody overseas. Now the uncle is dead right now as I speak, and the parcel of land is there. I am wondering if she has right to take it because it's in the will.
You need to speak to a lawyer. You need to speak to a lawyer.
But sir, I am not interested in the land. It's not mine. They will have to speak to the lawyer.
Yeah, that is a little more complex than what I have to discuss with you. Right?
Yes.
Right. And that will go into some
deep things.
Yeah, some personal things that I can't discuss in a forum like
yes, sir.
this. Right? Generally.
In all truth and honesty, I don't have any interest in it.
Yeah,
so,
a lawyer needs to get involved in that process. Yeah.
There was a sister in this church and her husband died and left her in the house on a will to live until she dies. She's now dead, and if I say the name, nearly everybody will know who. She's now dead, and the house is given to his son, just like that. And she told me that the money that was used to purchase the property was for both of them. Can that really work in life?
So again, that is a part of succession, because what was created there was what is known as a life tenancy. So you can write on your title that I give this property to Kenneth Chin for life, and on his death, it goes to Shenika Chin. Right? And if Shenika Chin is a minor, when I die, then the trustee manages the estate until Shenika becomes 18, and then she can take charge of the property. If the property, if there's nobody named after Shenika, and Shenika dies, then Shenika can decide, it goes to Shenika's estate, if nobody else is named after her. But you can write on your title that it goes to Kenneth Chin, and on his death it goes to Shenika Chin. On her death it goes to that. Whatever? Good? On your title, on your land title, you can have that. It's called a life tenancy. Yes, on your title. Yes. On the title for your property. Yeah? Yes. Yes. However, it cannot go on into perpetuity. Right? Because Jamaica has moved away from trust, from those trust in perpetuity. Because they have caused a lot of problems. Right? I don't know how many. But when I look at it, if they see that it don't have if they cannot see the end of it, then it will fail. You must see where it stops. So you can't say go to my auntie and my auntie not to sell it. So as long as they live, it must remain in the family. That will fail. Somebody must be named. Right? Somebody must be named. So you can't say after him dead, he must give it to the unborn child when we don't know. No. Next thing you know, no picnic. Right. You must name somebody. Right? So you have many trusts across Jamaica were given all sorts of problems that run down because of how those were back in the days. Right? So the property then run down because nobody no own it. The trust dead, but there's no trustee for the trust. So it just run down. Right?
My church sister who made mention of that.
Yes.
What happened? It's not just the husband money. The wife money was there too, but she trusted him so much that she allowed him to go and buy the property. You understand? So when he bought the property, he just bought it as if it was his own money.
Right.
And then now he made a will now and give it to the and he died before her and made a will without her knowing. It's upon the death of him she realized that he made a will, and he stated in the will that she can only live on the property.
Right.
But and nothing,
right.
You know. If she did make sure the two of them both
go in 50-50.
Go and do the purchase,
right.
Then her half would have gone to her whoever she wants. So that is very
and as a wife, you can defend your half. As a wife, you can defend your half. After the person died, you can still defend your half. Yeah, you can defend your half. Yeah, because remember that you have to prove that you contributed to it, right? Yeah, you can still defend it. Huh? Remember we talk about restrictions and testamentary freedom, that you can write out the 5 categories of people there, and you can write them out, right? So identify your executors and your trustees and your witnesses. Your witnesses should not normally be a beneficiary of your estate. Do not use pharmacy will forms. Do not. Better you get one piece of paper and write down what you want than use the will form. Because the will forms have caused problems in the courts. What if a problem? The will form them cause in court. So don't use it. Get one piece of paper and write down what you want to give who. Because avoid design and people are signing the wrong places and all them stuff. Right? Because it's not designed according to how it must be designed. Right? And when you use the will form, you think say you're a lawyer. Just stick to the paper. Yeah, if you're not a lawyer, just stick to one blank piece of paper and just write, say, I want my son Johnny forget so and so, I want Mary forget so and so. Just write it nice and simple. Eh? For the will form have some terms where you don't know what I mean. And you can write, say, yeah, get that, and you sign, and some terms that way you don't know what I mean. Yeah? Yeah, you understand. So when you are put on where the form mean you have to put this up. Right? Good. Just write it down. So may I give this to that, may I give that to that. Good? So if your estate is substantial, get a lawyer. Nobody confuse yourself. Get a lawyer. Right? If your estate is substantial, and if your estate is simple, if your estate is very simple estate, you have one wife and one child where you want to get everything. Simple, right? Everything that I have anywhere in the world, I give to my wife and my son in equal share. Full stop. Sign. Simple. That's it. Yeah, man, you put the son there, right? Good. Yeah, simplest thing. Eh? Normally, well, it is somewhere there. But normally you give the will to one of your executors. If a lawyer do your will, they give the lawyer. Right? Yes. That is fraud. Can someone change anything after they're dead? Can you? It is your will. So if it change after you're dead, it's fraud. Yeah. But it's fraud. We're asking if it can be done. Okay, you know say people do it, but is it permitted in law? The only way we're going to say it unless you complain. Somebody have to complain. If nobody don't complain, it will go through. Yes.
I was saying that the executor can also be the beneficiary, but they cannot be the witness.
The executor can be a beneficiary, but the witness cannot be a beneficiary. Normally. So you can give things to the executor because they're not witnessing your signature. And the executor don't witness the will. It's just your witnesses, right? So normally you need 4 people. 2 witnesses, 2 executors, and the executors act as trustees as well. So even though 3 set of people, 2 witnesses, 2 executors who are also your 2 trustees. Yes.
Is it true by law the executors are entitled to 10% of your estate?
6%. 6% of your estate, the executors. Yeah. Yeah. Eh? But that doesn't stop them from getting them additional, so you give them more. So that's separate from what you leave for them in the will. You know?
6%.
So you check up your estate.
If you give a house to this one, and
You check up the
give a car to
estate.
this
You
one,
check up
who
the
must
estate.
pay the 6%?
The estate. It comes out of the estate.
Cash, nice.
It would have to be worked out. Right?
So suppose they don't have no money. So they get the
Then we have to
house
sell the property.
to give them 6%?
Yes.
What if they don't want the 6%?
Then if they don't want it, they don't have a problem. Well, and if we don't want the money, why that is a problem? It's not a problem to anybody if I don't want anything. The problem is when you want more. The only problem you have is when somebody wants what they're not getting, you know. But if nobody wants anything from your estate, that estate is nice. Wrap it up quick. Yeah. The only time you have problem is when people are squealing. Yes. For?
To be an executor.
If you're not giving them anything in your estate.
So
Hold on, so you want to use your relative and your child. Alright, so you can. You can. But listen, you see, if you use your executor your executor have to be paid and the lawyer have to be paid as well when they're going to use it. But the executor have to go to a lawyer to file the documents too. Right.
So since they're getting, they need 6%. You relative with so many.
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can have a relative as your executor.
Okay.
Right. Alright. So after you prepare the will, sign it and date it in the presence of 2 witnesses in Jamaica. So if you have estates in other parts of the world, say they are foreign and you do your will, and in America, I don't know what American law is, so American law said you only need 1 witness. You're going to have a problem because Jamaican law says you need 2. So if you have your estate spread across the world, any country that requires the most witnesses, just do that for all your estates. So if England, for example, say you need 3 witnesses, just do 3 witnesses for the one in Jamaica too, even though we only need 2. Yes, don't confuse, find out which one have the highest standard, and you meet the highest standard. And you won't have a problem with the estate anywhere in the world. Right? For those who have complicated assets all over the world. Right? If it's Jamaica, 2 witnesses, and you're good. Right? But other places have different rules. So you must know where your assets are and what are the rules governing the assets where they are. Right? So you hand over the will to your executor. Don't hide it where nobody can find it. You dig one hole, you don't want nobody find your will. Bury it and not tell nobody. Wait, that things are happening now. Years after people find the will hide. Nobody don't know. So the will exists. Eh? Right? Yeah, man, 1 year gone. But other people gone with the estate and all sort of stuff. Yeah. Alright. So if you are married now, if you're single now, well, everybody in here married, but while you were single, couples, so unmarried couples there, right? So if you are dating, courting, intending to get married, and you write a will before you get married, the day that you get married, the will is revoked. You need a new will. Yeah. So the only way the will lives beyond that marriage is if you write in the will, I am now dating so and so and so, and I am making this will in contemplation of marriage to her. And I leave so and so to that and so and so to that. It must be in the will that you were intending to get married to this person when I am in the will. I may never apply for the I'm joking. The wife can still contest it later on. But ultimately, the will is revoked when you get married. Right? Alright, good. Well, please just get quiet. Like, well, nothing can go so good. Yeah? Alright, so let me quickly go through these characteristics of the will. Alright, so good. So we know already that the will don't only talk about property, talk about your burial, cremation, if you want to donate your organs, all of them stuff can be in your will. Good? The second point says the will is only a declaration of your intention. So it means that if you intended to give me the big house, right? You intended to give me a house. While you're living, you decide, say, I'll give your brother the house, and you transfer it to your brother. But when we find the will says, oh no man, but I'm going to get the house here, how you give your brother? No, I want it. No, you can't. because it is your intention. Good? And while me alive, when we write it down in my will, say me I will give you, and me alive, you can't come and say, hey, come out. Remember, it's in my will. I want the house. No. It's in the will. No. Mm-mm. Nothing can go so. Right, it's only your intention. Huh? So it takes effect on the day that you die. Right? So it is, a will is movable. So it means that if you say, I leave all my house, all of my assets to whosoever on the 25th of March 2026, I signed the will. And 3 years down the line, I buy 2 more houses. Because I wrote on the 25th that all of my houses I give to that person, even the houses that I get after the will goes to that person too. Right. Because it is movable. Right? So even property that you don't own it, depends on how you write the will. So how you write it makes a difference. Good? So you talk about a general gift or a specific gift. So if you give a specific gift, the house at 23 Moberly Avenue, Kingston 15, that is a specific gift. That no move. But you can say, all of my houses I give to so and so. That is a general gift. All of the houses, whatever they get, finish. Right? All of them are mine. Good? Right. So you can revoke your will at any time. At any time during your lifetime, you can revoke the will. So you can have 365 will. Every day you revoke it and write a new will. You wake up tomorrow, you revoke that one and you write a new one. You wake up the next day, you revoke that and you write a new one. Right? Yes. Even things that you never know, say you don't own. Things that you don't buy. Say you wrote in your will that all of my property I leave to Mary. And your name, they describe her properly. And you have one distant auntie where dead and left 3 pieces of property for you. Mary gone with that too. Even if you never buy it, it come to your estate. Yeah. As long as it's reaching your estate. Mary gone with that too. Yeah? Yes.
If you do a video talking about your will, how it should be shared, is it valid?
Statutory formalities require that the will be in writing. Right? So you do the video and somebody write it down and you sign it.
Okay, thanks.
What I have done is that I had a client who got a stroke. And couldn't sign how they used to. So what I did a video with the person, just in case. That is just to protect me, you know. Right? Because I couldn't sign. So the person said, yeah, I want so and so and so and so and so and so, and me make sure so that write down, and me have the video. So that if anybody come later on, me can say, no. Me have proof that he had mental capacity to make the will, but he just couldn't sign or he used to sign before he got the stroke. Right? But the video by itself, not gonna work. Right? Alright. Bam. Alright, good. So the will have several parts. I'm not going to stop with the parts of the will. Yes.
If the video is played and it's not contested by anybody,
Alright, so the question. What are you going to present to the court?
Why by the court if it not being contested?
So you're going to get the property. You can't get it unless the court say you can get it. Any property where you're dead left, It have to go court, you know. It have to go court, right? Whether you left it with a will or without a will. It have to go court. Right? Yes. Unless a joint ownership. If a joint ownership, you don't need to go to the court. But if it is a part of your estate, your general estate, it have to go court. Yeah, tenant in common would have to go to, yeah, because tenant in common, somebody get your half. You have to say who forget your half. Because it don't go to the other person automatically. It goes to your estate.
Because I have this question.
Yes.
My home, my kids are on it.
Yes.
But I have a grandson, and he said to me, Grandma, this house is going to be mine because I am the only grandson.
He not tell you.
He tells
says
me that.
Says
yes.
this. Okay.
Yes.
What you
and
said? No.
I said
what
to
you said?
I said to him,
Yeah, okay.
what happened to my granddaughter? He said his man supposed to find place put him.
Her man?
Put her.
Okay.
But this house belongs to
him
him because he's the heir for the family.
What do you say?
I don't say anything because I agree with him.
Well, if you agree,
I agree with him.
Hold on. If you agree, you don't have no issue. Because you
No,
have
I
all
don't
say.
have no issue.
Right.
And I agree with him that the man's supposed to find place and put his wife.
Well, you agree with him, so she not get nothing. That's the point.
Well, I want to give her something,
but not that. But not the property.
I will be gone. So, you know.
No, man, put it down right down where you want she get.
So,
right down where you want her to get. Write it down.
But,
right down where you want her to get. No, man.
But I'm
not
there,
treat her so bad, man. No, because. Yeah. And a fair fault make she born a woman, you know.
No, but him
not
said
treat
the man.
Her so. Not treat her
my
so.
grandson said man supposed
right.
to provide for the ladies.
No, not treat her so. Yeah.
But
right down where you want she get.
I said to him,
it's not her fault make she born a woman.
I said to him, what happened to my part if I want to give her quarter of mine? She said, Grandma, don't mess it up.
Yes.
I saw where you had a...
Hold on, listen. Yes, listen. Yes.
I saw earlier on you had where this life insurance. And like my kids are living in overseas and they have their life insurance over there. I live there in Jamaica. Can I be a part of it?
Yes, they can name me as the nominee or the beneficiary of the policy. Okay. Those don't normally go to the will because you name who must benefit from your insurance policy, right?
Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
All right. At the back? Yes. You are wondering, yes?
I am happy that she asked that question because it was kind of playing around in my mind. So, somebody leaves a will, right? You know, somebody you're assisting, taking care of, and they leave a will, but they didn't tell you.
Yes.
So you don't know that you're in the will, right? And for whatever reason, you migrate. I'm assuming that the lawyer or whoever it is that is in trust of that will, it is his responsibility to find me.
Yes.
And what if he can't?
Then your share of the estate have to put on and wait until we find you. So you cannot go to anybody else. Right. Right? So normally in Jamaica, what happens, or Jamaica law works, is that if you own property and the property is transferred to the executor, not to you first. So if there's a will and there's an executor named in the will, it transfers from the deceased to the executor. And then the executor transfers it to you. So that is what will happen. It would remain with the executor until they find you. Right? Or until you find them. Under fraud, you can try anything, but when you reach, you go kick up rumpus. What? But if you don't know, or if you don't know? Oh, nobody not tell you, but it can't hurt you then if you don't know. And when you know how the problem start, ultimately it's when you know the problem start. Because, in a sense, you give yourself a takeover where you don't know. Right? All right, so, yes. Right.
Or your benefits. How do you put that in your will to say in the event that I die? Or how would you treat? Oh, how you treat with that?
Yeah, all of your estate, you just account for them in your will. Right? Anything where you not get yet, we're going to talk about it. Anything that you are expecting to get, or even when you do expect to get, you account for it. Good? So you said that there was a piece of property, and your husband write in the will that in the what with the property? There's a B word that you use. What is the word? Bequeath. Good. Right. So we talk about gifts. So if you pick out the will form, better one will form in right that point. Nah? No, sir. It wasn't?
No, it was done by a lawyer.
No, not good. I don't know liar write it. Not good.
I could call name. But
No, not call her name. Not call her name. Don't call her name. Good? So when you gift, when you say you bequeath a property, we're not talking about land. Nah? Can you say bequeath and not land we're talking about? Right? You bequeath car, jewelry, money, painting, all of them something. Good? So personal movable property, you bequeath. Right? And then you call your legacy. Good. Right. So remember we talk about specific and general. So if it's specific, you have to name it, you have to describe it and say this, whatever. But it can be general. You can say all the money in my bank account me give to so and so. Right? That is a general legacy. Right? All right. So when we talk about house and land now, you devise those. Right? So you give and devise real estate. Good? So real property, you give and devise. And it can be specific to say lot number so and so and so, or you can say all of my property anywhere I give to so and so. Is that specific or general? The residue now. Residue. This causes a whole heap of problem all the time. Residue. So residue is where you never remember to write down in your will. Or you never know, so you don't own the piece of property there by the time you're dead. You never know, so you don't have one rich auntie where you will one house to you where you never planned for. Good? So you could write it down, because you never know about it. This now is called the residue of your estate. So you must have a clause in your will to say all the residue of my estate, who you want to give. Right? If you don't account for the residue, then it goes to intestate. So we're going back to the formula where the government decide how that divide. We're going back to government to decide. What? Intestate. Intestacy. So when you die without a will, you are said to die intestate. Right? Die without a will. Right? All right. So the residue is the rest of your property. Also, if you leave something for somebody and the gift lapse, one way a gift can lapse is the person die before you. So they plan to give somebody one piece of land, but then dead before you. If you don't account for it in the residue, then that gone for government, decide. You know, gone to government, that's what people always say. You know, gone to government. It is gone for government to decide. Right? According to the formula in law, right? So there's a formula. So no government take it. It's just a government putting it in the formula to decide who get it. Right? That is not your choice again. It is according to the statute. Right? So you normally say, all the rest of my estate, I give, bequeath, and devise to so and so. Good? So whether it be land, or house, or jewelry, all that, everything, I give to whosoever. Right? Good. So, all right, so we have a quick. Right. So what is a gift? So a gift is whatever the testator leave for an individual or any part of your property that you leave to an individual. Right? And we said already that there are two types of gifts. Right? Right? What is the devise again? It is, wait. It's not midnight yet, you know. Yeah. Devices. Chair and jewelry. Land. What can't move. No. Device and no money. No. That's a legacy. Yeah. Right. Right. No, also device. Good? So a gift of any realty or land is a device. A gift of personality is bequeath. Right? Now, question is, what if you say you bequeath a piece of land? How you go? Eh? What if you use the wrong term? Yeah, you say you bequeath one piece of land. Figure somebody, and you describe the land. Full description of the land. I give and bequeath the land located at so and so and so to so and so and so, and properly defined. What happened? Will the gift fail? Will the gift fail? Will the gift fail? No, the gift won't fail. It won't fail, no. As long as you write clearly, yeah, that this was your intention. Because the court look at the intention of the testator. So even if you use the wrong word, it still will pass. As long as you write, as long as you describe the property properly. Good? Right. So the gift would not fail. Right? So we know that, yeah, we talk about this already. Types of device, type of legacy. Good. Scenario. Good. So I have one more scenario after this, and I think that is it. I shall show you a sample, and that's it. Good. So it is that Keisha died and left a will. In Keisha's will, Keisha said that I give and devise my house at 10 Wales Way, Kingston 20, in the parish of St. Andrew, to Brother Clement James, who lives at so and so and so, and properly describe the property, properly describe the beneficiary. Good? Fee simple? Okay. All right. So, all right. So normally when you have the transfer, you do that. All right. So what happened? If Keisha died, and when she died, the property was properly registered in Keisha's name, would Brother James get the property? Eh? Would anything prevent Brother James from getting the property? Right. Normally, nothing would stop him. He would get it, right? As long as you put in the clause, you describe the property properly, and you say who you want to get the property properly, then you will have no issue. All right? And Keisha is untethered, right? Good. All right. So what happened if Brother James died before Keisha? And Brother James had a 5-year-old daughter. So Brother James died before Keisha died, and Brother James have a 5-year-old daughter. What would happen to the house? Keisha dead now? Yeah, man, Keisha dead. Yeah, man. If Keisha not dead, we wouldn't be having this discussion. No, man. Brother James dead first. Keisha dead a week after. Let me just put it that way. Good. It don't matter how Keisha dead, she dead. Right? She did not change the will. Right? But she dead without change the will. What happened to the house? Who get the house?
Would the government keep that until the child reaches the age of 18 before they can turn it over
Hold
to
on.
the child?
Let us. So would the child be entitled to the house? Yes or no?
Yes.
Good. So everybody say yes. Everybody say yes? Who said no? Clement wife? Oh, you reach a Clement wife and Clement not married. I don't understand you. What Clement wife there? I don't see Clement wife. All right. So this gift of the house would go back to the estate. It goes back to the residue. This house goes back to the residue of the estate because Brother James died before. Remember that the will takes effect on the death, the day that Keisha dies. So if Keisha dies today and so consider it like this. When the person dead, the day that they're dead, the court treat it as if that is the day that they wrote the will. Right? So look at it that way. So no Brother James never exists on the day that she died. So the gift lapses. So because it lapses, it goes back to the residue. Right? It goes back to the residue. Right? Yes.
So in this...
She who? 5-year-old? No, she can't get it. No, she can't get it. No, man, there's a residual clause in your will where say all the rest of my estate I leave to Smaddy already. No, all of you. Then we couldn't come here and come talk to you about will. And you're going to write a will when I account for the residue. That means I waste my time. Eh? You must have account for the residue. Yes, your will must have a clause to say all the rest of my estate that I have not specifically mentioned already, I am leaving to whosoever. That is a residual clause. Must be in your will. Yes.
So in this case, based on your scenario,
yes,
would it be wise to have a clause in your will to say, I leave the house to Brother James. Mm-hmm. However, in the event Brother James passed before, it goes to Brother Anderson.
But if Brother Anderson dead too?
So what do we do?
Go to the residue. However, all right, so what you could do, for this particular scenario, the fact that you know about this daughter, you could say, I give to Brother James, and if he predeceases me, it goes to his daughter. Right? Because you know about the daughter. Right? Good? Right. But you can't say, boy, if that person dead and that person dead, and it can't go on into perpetuity. Right? All right, good. All right, so another scenario. Leroy now. So Leroy have a clause in his will to say, I give Sister, and him describe Sister Jackie properly. Good? But he gives to Sister Jackie Ingram. When he gives to Sister Jackie Ingram, what does he give? A Benz. What that mean? Any Benz. Good. Any Benz. About one Benz. She forget one Benz. One Benz. Good. Right. Good. So first thing, when Leroy died, he never won a Benz. Sorry. No, I know that this scenario. It's when Leroy died, when he made the will, he never owned a Benz, but at the time of his death, he owned that 2025 Benz. You can't get it? Sister Jackie, get it? Eh? But it wasn't in it, he never owned it when he wrote the will. He bring forward, why? Okay. All right. So right, good. Thank you. So even if you never own a Benz when you write the will, if you own a Benz at the time when you're dead, the Benz is yours. That one Benz is yours. Good. All right. Second scenario. So when Leroy dead, he owned 3 Benz. One of them crash and rickety. One of them is a sedan type, and one is a SUV type. You get all of them? No, it's a Benz. One Benz. As long as I crash one. Eh? As long as it's not the crash one. Which one did you get? Anyone? I'll crash one. I'll crash one. The best one. Would you be allowed to choose the one? Eh? All right. So you see the problem now. No. All right. So this now will cause problem in your way. Right? Good? It will cause problem. Exactly, not specified. So you see when you write your will and you write them type of clause, yeah, it causes problem. You write a proper clause. Eh? Or you fix this. You have to go negotiate with all the beneficiaries of the property. If you say, boy, the best thing we do, well, you have to go negotiate and say, all right. The 3 Benz, when we add up the price of the 3 Benz, it costs 12 million. So divide that by 3 and give me that amount of the estate, yeah? Yeah, because that's the only way we can work it out. It must be accepted, but you have to go say, yeah, because you are going to want to give the 2025 SUV. But other people who have the estate, have interest in the estate, are going to want to give the crash one. Yeah. What you mean? So me don't want the 2025 Benz? No. Because your sister love where she have for me. That's why, yeah, so the house, yeah, me have the house where I have the place to park the Benz. You understand? No, sir. Yes, yeah. Next thing I get Benz and park a roadside and people teeth it. Yes, yes. Then that is a specific...
License number, engine number.
Perfect.
Body type.
Perfect. That is what you want. Unless it crash. Unless that's the crash one. Nah, but that you want. You want to specify the gift that you are giving, right? If you can transfer it to them while you're alive, yes. If you mark out government title, title is not yours, you know. The title is not yours. You know, say the title is not yours. I know your title. If you mark out government title, yeah, and it's not your title. Yeah. You can transfer it. You can stamp out your title. What you can do is stamp out your title so that when you die, then you can take your title and transfer it because you can stamp out your half of the title. Stamp out the title. So you have a vehicle when not fit. I don't understand. Oh, unless it change with the new extended fitness system. I must some change. Because normally, as long as you have a valid certificate of fitness. Yeah, that's what I know. Yeah, I don't know about none. But remember that the law changed where you can have fitness across several years now. So probably that's why. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not here to talk about stamping out a title. Oi! Yeah, I know that may I talk about today. Good, good. Will we talk about? Good. So when Leroy died, he died without owning any Benz. Nothing for him? Nothing? Even when he have a vehicle? Benz, I know Benz. You never say a car, it's a Benz. Alright. Alright, so quickly, well, I'll just leave this with you to go through. This is a sample of a will, the different parts of the will, commencement, introducing the people, the address, all of that, your proper description, the can't even see the screen from this. Revocation clause. So what part of your will, you say, I revoke all previous will and codicils that exist before this will. So you always want to revoke everything that exists before now, so that you don't have a problem with having more than one will. Because if you don't revoke the previous will, that means that both of the documents will be taken together to be your will. The fact is, as a lawyer, me I go put it. Because even though you tell me say you don't have a will, me not trust you. Yeah, my duty, I have to make sure say when me I do your will, in case you never remember, say you did write one will and somebody have it hide, you have to revoke it. When you come to me I revoke it. Yeah, because me don't want a problem. Because next thing, because you're going to sue me, well, your family are going to sue me, you know. When you're gone, them are going to say, how you know revoke the will, our next will come now and other people are get part of the estate where we never intend. And me, you're going to sue. Because me should have make sure so me revoke all other will. Even if you tell me say you know no other will, me say, that's even better. You know no other will, we still write it. Revoke. Revoke when I exist. We're good same way. Right? So we err on the side of caution all the time. All right. All right. Right. So I'll just leave this. And that is it. I see a hand waving at the back. Yes. Yes.
So I married this man and he has 2 children from his life before me.
Yes.
We buy a property and he dies.
Mm-hmm.
We don't share a child.
Yes.
The children are under 25, give or take. And he dies, but we bought the property together. What happens to the property? So that's one.
What is in the will? Oh, you don't leave a will. Then it goes to intestacy. So the government have a formula. You were here and look at the formula?
Right.
Right. So that formula kicks in. So if you can't decide how you share the assets, then the assets will have to be sold and you divide the money. So if you can't decide the whole asset, then it has to be sold.
And the NHD mortgage is paid out first and the bank mortgage and then...
Yeah, man, all your debts are paid before. All of that are part of your will, you know.
Right.
All of that you must
first.
you must pay all my debts and all them stuff. Except,
right.
what you say, except NHT?
Yes.
Good. Right. NHT pay out. NHT pay out. When pay out, both mortgages pay off when one party dead, you know? Yeah. So your mortgage who alive and the person who dead mortgage, both of them pay off. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, both of them pay off. Yeah.
All right. And question 2, it's not towards will, but as legal, the side wife, side chick, right? So I'm married.
Side wife?
Yeah, I'm married. Mm-hmm. The husband has moved out, but
yes.
we're not divorced.
So you're separated?
Right. He gets sick.
Mm-hmm.
right, and the side woman brings him to the step tonight.
Climb back, come give.
Okay. What do I do? Push
What
him
do you-
off over there, so.
I cannot give advice on personal relationships. Well, hold on. I cannot answer that question as a lawyer. But I hear some of the brethren is saying that you need to go on your knees. Right, and pray about it. I make the right choice. Which is always what God would do, or what Jesus would do. Right? Right, good. Yes. Last, how many answer up? One? One. Good. Last question. Yes.
Process. What's the time span?
Mm-hmm.
When you're dealing with like somebody died and they didn't make a will, and you consult a lawyer but beyond that person they have some business conjunction, tie up together. What's the time span when you start with a lawyer?
All right. So again, it depends on where the beneficiaries are, the people who are named in the estate, the relatives, because you would either need to get the consent of those people for one person to apply for letters of administration, or you have to send notice to all of the intended beneficiaries that you are going to apply for letters of administration. So that process can take some time because you have to send it by registered mail, depends on which country they are in. You have to wait a particular time to see if they would respond and all of that. When it gets in the court takes their own sweet jolly time, and it can run anywhere between 6 months to 12 months and beyond.
Well, Mr. Chin,
Yeah.
I know somebody will go through that process, and it's gone 5 years now.
5 years. Yeah.
5 years now.
Yeah. It can take some time, especially if there are complications. Yeah?
But they ask for everything.
Repeat? And then they still ask for more. Yeah. That's reasonable. Yeah, it's reasonable. No, valuation expire every 12 months. Your valuation expire. Every 12 months your valuation expire. Yeah? I don't know. I cannot comment on a matter that I don't have in front of me. Yeah? I cannot comment on it. As a matter of fact, I can't even comment on another lawyer case. Yeah? Right. Yes. I thought that was the last question. Yeah. The last final question, right? Yes. Okay.
And your kids come and they build on upstairs and they build around on the side, and now this house is a giant house.
Mm-hmm.
Can you will the house?
Whose name is on the title? Whose name is on the title?
Father.
Yeah, man, the father can't give anybody.
So what happens to the persons who build on with their money?
It don't matter. You must know when you're building who won the property. It don't matter if you get consent or not. When you get consent from the current owner, the new owner may say them don't want to find their land. Huh? So yes, the old owner permit you, but the new owner want the land for do something else. Come off. Huh? So then put you off. Eh? What you can do is sue them for the investment that you make in it. But you can't say you're not leaving. That takes so long. Nobody say how long, so long. Right. So I better not build my people land. Right? Right. Right. Not of them something, right? Yeah? Right. Any other? Wrap up. That's it. No more hands. No more cross talking. No more whispering to anybody around the back. Yes? Good? Yes. Last, your hand is, oh, you're just playing at somebody's ear. Okay. All right. All right. So that's it. Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chin, for such an informative presentation. Let me see the hand of anybody who did not learn anything tonight. Okay. At this time, I'm going to invite Sister Tricia Henry to come, and she's going to be making a presentation to Mr. Chin on our behalf.
Good night, everyone. Mr. Chin, the Couples Ministry of the Oracabessa New Testament Church of God extends thank you. Would like to sincerely thank you for coming and presenting to us this evening on estate management. We have learned a lot, and I'm sure something has resonated with all of us. And surely we will invite you to come again. Thank you. Picture.
Thank you, Sister Henry, and thank you again, Mr. Chin.